Welcome to a combined episode of Harry Potter Talk with my videos on the 2017 DuckTales series. I'm Jon Berry, and for fun today, let's sort the 2017 DuckTales characters into Hogwarts Houses. As a disclaimer, I will not be including any characters that appeared in only one episode, or any characters we don't see any development of. I shall be going in alphabetical order by first name on this, so just thought I'd let you know that. So the first character is Mrs. Beakley. I decided to put her in Hufflepuff. I don't know if that's quite the right choice because I really think she could also fit into Gryffindor, but based off of what we see in the series, she displays some strong loyalty to Scrooge Mcduck, so I'm thinking Hufflepuff is the best fit, and Hufflepuffs do tend to value loyalty. The next character is Dewey Duck, and I decided on Gryffindor as the house he fits the best. He is the most adventurous of the triplets, and he kind of craves and wants that adventure, and let's be frank, adventure does require a certain sense of bravery and value being brave and facing danger, which is a very Gryffindor trait. Our next character is Donald Duck, and I had some tough time on this. I could easily see a hat star on this, but I don't think so. I think Hufflepuff. Gryffindor is an alternative possibility, but in this series, he seems most like he just wants to do the right thing and take care of his nephews, which I think, again, fits nicely with Hufflepuff. The Gryffindor seems like it would fit him, but more of him in the last episode of the first season and before the series began, before Harry and Dewey and Louie were hatched. So, as of the season 1, I think Hufflepuff's a better fit for him. Our next character is Fenton Crackshaw Cabrera. I chose Gryffindor. He wants to be a hero. Heroes generally are brave, therefore he must value bravery since he wants to be a hero. He is Gizmo Duck after all. Fits nicely with Gryffindor. So, our next character is Flint Hunt Glomgold, and I actually had some tough time, so I chose Slytherin. It's mainly because I couldn't think of which house would be the best. I didn't choose Slytherin just because he's a villain, but he seems like he's very prideful in himself, so I think that fits. And he has ambition to be the richest duck in the world. He's ambitious in that regard. So Slytherin does fit, but he doesn't fit the mold of a typical Slytherin. But not all characters fit the mold of their houses perfectly. Next up is Gladstone Gandor. So this is Donald's cousin. And I just want to say, he reminded me a lot of Lockhart, having no real ability or drive to do anything but coasting along life pretty well and getting stuff done. Lockhart was a Ravenclaw, but I don't know if Gladstone would be in Ravenclaw. He values his luck, but what house values luck? The closest I can think would be Gryffindor, but I don't think Ray values bravery. So, I'm going to leave him as I'm going to say he would be a squib, simply because I don't feel like he fits into any house that well. I don't know which house. I don't want to put him in Hufflepuff because I don't like the reputation of Hufflepuff being the house for everyone else. He doesn't fit there. He definitely does not fit in Hufflepuff. It's between the other three houses, but even then, none of them are a good fit, so since he reminded me of Lockhart, let's just say Ravenclaw, but I really don't want him in Ravenclaw either, so really, he's the one I truly cannot even guess a house at, because he seems like he just doesn't fit any of them at all. Like, he doesn't, because a lot of the other characters I think that could have been hat stars are very tough. At least for them, I couldn't pick one, but him, I can't pick one, so yeah, let's just call him a squib, because I can't think of his house. Kinda sad, but let's go for it. But let's move on to our next character, Gyro Gearloose. And I think he would be a hat star. I really do think so. He is both prideful and intelligent. He values his intelligence, but he's also very prideful in his intelligence. So I think that while he could fit into Ravenclaw nicely, the pride that he has in his intelligence, how he's very prideful about it, he is pretty ambitious as well, would I think put him in Slytherin, but I think it would be a hat stall. Next up is Huey Duck, and I chose Ravenclaw. To put it simply, he values his intelligence, he values knowledge, and that's a very Ravenclaw thing to do. And really, I just want to say, we'll get to Louie Duck in a moment later, we've got 2 more characters before then, but all the triplets were some of the easiest characters to fit into houses. But next up is Launchpad Mcquack, and I chose Hufflepuff. And I think it's quite obvious, like, he just embodies Hufflepuff. He's very loyal, to put it simply. He wants to do the right thing. He is probably the quintessential Hufflepuff. He's not that smart, which probably doesn't help the reputation of Hufflepuff, but he does embody the traits that Hufflepuffs value. Next up is Lena, and this one is another hat stall. And I gotta say, until the last episode, she probably might have been, I don't know, but she would have been a hat stall, and my decision is based off of what she did in the last episode, her character in the last episode, and also I guess the other Bennett Scrooge Mcduck as well, because we can't see this. But I chose Hufflepuff, because in the last episode of the season of season 1, she chose to be loyal to her friends and to do the right thing rather than help her aunt. And she actually did make that decision in the other Bennett Scrooge Mcduck here, but we get to see it again. And that choice of her to be loyal to her friends and do the right thing is why I think Hufflepuff is the best fit for her. Because I really don't see Slytherin as a good fit for her, but one might guess since she's related to magic or dispel. And there's other things too that makes you like, or makes you think that she could go into one of the other houses, but based off her actions and what she chose to do, I think Hufflepuff is the best fit. As promised, here is Louie Duck, and he, in my opinion, is a Slytherin. And my reasoning is he values ambition. The only thing is he does lack the drive to act on his ambition, but he does value being ambitious and getting ahead. He's a con artist. So he fits Slytherin pretty well when you analyze his character. In fact, there was somebody's video, I think it might have been the YouTube channel Shaunicus, who said that Louie Duck was very much like a Slytherin. That actually inspired me to create this video. Got me thinking about the other characters. And other triplets, he also wears green. None of the other triplets wear the color of the house I think they best fit in. He does. Next up is Ma Beagle, and I chose Slytherin because she is a crime boss, yes, but I didn't put her in Slytherin because she's a crime boss, no. I put her in because of her ambitions and how she's an ambitious crime boss. Both are working to put her in Slytherin, but she does have ambition to be a crime boss. But that's their ambition, nevertheless. Next up is Magic of Dispel, and again, while she's a villain, that does happen a lot, I think, with villains. You tend to put them in Slytherin. But she does fit in Slytherin. She's very prideful in her own magical abilities. And before Scrooge defeated her, she had ambitions that we don't know, but she did have them. And also, she clearly had ambitions to destroy Scrooge Mcduck. So, she fits into Slytherin. Plus, before she lost the power, she had green feathers. Sounds Slytherin to me. Green. Okay, next up is Mark Beeks, and he was harder to think of, but I chose Slytherin, mainly because he is very prideful and has ambitious plans to be the leader of a tech giant and be super rich. Plus, he has some pretty shady practices, which kind of lumps him in with the stereotypical Slytherin. But I do think he is very much of a Slytherin. And I just gotta to say, he reminds me of some notable people in the tech industry in the real world. But let's not get into that. But he does. I think he would do fit. What I'm trying to say is, I think he's a Slytherin. Next up is Scrooge Mcduck, and I think he would be a hat star, but not just a hat star between two houses. No, a hat star between all four houses. Yes, Scrooge really has characters. He has ambition, but he's very brave. He values intelligence, and he also values doing the right thing. He fits every house perfectly. It was kind of hard to choose which one. I don't think he would just be a hat star that goes over 5 minutes. I think he could be the sorting hat could be taking as long as 10 minutes to figure out which house he would best belong. He fits into all of them. But I chose Gryffindor for one reason, and not just because he's one of the main characters. No, I feel like he would want to be in Gryffindor since he craves adventure. And as I said with Dewey Duck, adventure requires a bit of bravery, and he doesn't. And in the episode, The Impossible Summit of Mount Everest, he is shown that he does not want to be viewed as a coward, or as that episode put it, in Nini. But it's shown he does not want to be viewed as cowardly, so that means he must value some bravery. But he also values intelligence. He values doing the right thing. Should specify. He values intelligence, which is Ravenclaw. He values doing the right thing, which is a very Hufflepuff thing. He values ambition, because, well, he has ambition to do well for himself. He also has ambition to do the right thing, too, when you think about it. But he embodies the traits of all the houses, and he would be a true hat star, but I think he would choose to be in Gryffindor, and I think in a hat star, that choice is taken into consideration as well. Last up is Webby Vanderquack, and I had some difficulty putting her in here. She could easily have been a hat star, and there's a couple characters could have been hat star. Any character I mentioned a second house for could have been a hat star, but Webby's another one. Hers would have been, in my opinion, between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. But I chose Gryffindor because she seems like she values her bravery more than her intelligence, that she values doing adventure, experiencing excitement. She seems like she values that much more. And I also want to say that of the triplets, she seems to connect the most with Dewey, and he's also Gryffindor. And so that tells me they have some things where shown that they are thinking alike, have some similar thought processes, and they potentially even value lots of the same stuff. So that kind of pushed me towards Gryffindor there. But she would have been a hat star, I think, as well. That concludes today's combined episode of Harry Potter Talk and my video series on DuckTales 2017. Let me know what you think of my decisions in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed my video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for future content. And if you actually want to be notified by YouTube of when my videos release, please ring the bell icon. Also consider following me on Twitter or Facebook to stay up to date on all that I do. Lastly, consider supporting me on Patreon for extra content, such as my scripts. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one.